with glowing fins that sparkled like 1,000 scattered wishes. The sea creatures called her Glowfin because she lit the darkest seas, guiding turtles through the currents and crabs between the reefs. Every night she'd paint the water with trails of emerald light, turning endless blue horizons into rivers made of stars. Some lights are born not to shine alone, but to lead. Glowfin dancing through the tide, leaving glowing constellations in the oceans wide. Glowfin bright against the deep, keeping little sparks of wonder for the world to keep. One season came without warning, when a shadow crossed the sea. A giant cloud of darkness covered every reef and tree. The glowing past disappeared, the currents lost their way, and creatures wandered endlessly through waters cold and gray. Glowfin searched for answers past canyons made of pearl, until she found a sleeping whale at the edge of the world. The oldest hearts often know the way. Glowfin, listening to the song the ancient whale was humming, soft and low and strong. Glowfin, following the sounds through forgotten ocean valleys, where hope could still be found. The darkness wasn't evil, it was simply all alone. A lonely cloud that drifted far away from home. So Glowfin shared her light instead of fear, and slowly the shadow began to creature joined together, lighting up the ocean's brow. Glowfin floating through the blue, teaching every heart that kindness can guide the darkness through. And when the sea glows softly on a calm and silent night, some say Glowfin still is swimming, leaving trails of silver light. every map, past the waters painted blue. A silver boat crossed midnight seas where ordinary stars never flew. The captain wasn't old or young, no one knew from where he came. He followed constellations that had never earned a name. Every evening he would anchor near islands made of mist, trading stories for directions and collecting secret wishes. Children left their dreams in bottles, floating on the tide, hoping someday someone brave would carry them worldwide. Not all treasures glitter, some simply wait. Star sailor, crossing moonlit waves, delivering forgotten dreams to places far away. Star sailor, guided by the light of hopes too small for kingdoms, but too beautiful to hide. A storm arrived uninvited, dark enough to swallow skies. The stars vanished from the heavens, leaving no path to guide. The sea grew wild and restless, the winds forgot their song, and every sailor in the harbor feared the night was far too long. But deep beneath the crashing water, tiny lights began to rise, thousands of forgotten wishes glowing through the tide. The dreams he'd carried returned to guide him home. Star sailor, sailing through the storm, following the light of kindness, shining bright and warm. Star sailor, across the endless blue, learning every dream you give away can someday rescue you. The world is wider than we know, the sky is deeper too. And sometimes what lights our journey is something we once gave to you. Star sailor, Star sailor, still travels every night across oceans made of wonder, beneath celestial light. Star sailor, far beyond the foam, helping lost and hopeful hearts find their way back home. And when a shooting star falls softly across the evening blue, some say it's just the star sailor delivering a dream to you. Beyond the fields of sleeping lavender, where twilight kissed the ground, a lonely tower stood in silence without a single sound. Inside dream catcher, not the one of thread and lace, but a girl who gathered lost dreams from every hidden place. Each night she'd climb the tower stairs with a lantern made of glass, searching through the drifting sky for dreams that failed to last. Some belong to young inventors, some to dancers full of grace, some to children who had stopped believing they could find their place. No dream is ever lost, it only loses its way. Dreamcatcher, running through the stars, collecting broken wishes inside crystal jars. Dreamcatcher, keeper of the nights, turning faded hopes to comets, burning soft and bright. One evening she discovered a dream unlike the rest, a tiny golden feather floating west to east. When she touched it gently, 1,000 colors bloomed, showing visions of a world covered in silver moons. The feather held a message written clear and true: the greatest dream you'll ever find may be the one inside of you. She searched the skies for years, never looking within. Dreamcatcher finally understood the treasure she was chasing had always been with her. Dreamcatcher, dancing through the blue, finding all the magic she thought she never knew. Sometimes we travel far away, across mountains, across seas, looking for a miracle, only to discover it was quietly waiting inside our own heartbeat. Dreamcatcher, soaring through the dawn, releasing every dream she'd saved back where they belong. Dreamcatcher, smiling toward the sun, knowing every ending hides another one And when you wake from a beautiful dream, just before the morning light, perhaps the dream catcher visited your window in the night. Beyond the desert hills of amber, past the valleys painted gold, there stood a tiny hidden village, unknown to maps and old folklore. The houses there were built from stone, with windows made of blue-green glass. Every night the townsfolk gathered when the silver moon would pass. Each carried crystal jars and lanterns to the fields beyond the stream, where moonlight spilled across the grasses like a quiet glowing dream. They carefully collected fragments of the light that touched the ground, saving them for darker seasons when no brightness could be found. Some people gather treasure, others gather hope. The village that collected moonlight shining in the dark, keeping little pieces of wonder inside every heart. The village that collected moonlight, glowing soft and bright, like 1,000 tiny promises floating through the night. One winter came without a warning, clouds covered every star. For 90 nights the sky stayed hidden, no moonlight traveled far. The children worried constantly, the elders stayed awake, wondering how much longer the darkness they could take. Then a quiet girl named Mara opened every stored up jar, releasing years of captured moonbeams like a river made of stars. What we say with kindness can save others someday. The village that collected moonlight lit the valley floor, turning fear into a pathway people could explore. The village that collected moonlight, dancing through the snow like silver flowers blooming where nothing used to grow. The brightest light isn't always the one that fills the sky. Sometimes it's the light we keep for someone else's night. A simple act, a gentle hand, a reason to believe. The village that collected moonlight still lives in stories told by travelers around fireplaces when evenings turn cold. The village that collected moonlight lives beyond the years, inside every soul that chooses hope above their fears. And when the moon shines extra brightly across the world so wide, some say the village still collects it in crystal jars tonight. where the river shimmered blue. The water flowed like liquid crystal, reflecting worlds nobody knew. The villagers called it river glass, a stream unlike the rest. For every face that gazed upon it saw the dream inside their chest. A baker saw a floating kingdom made of cinnamon and light. A shepherd saw green endless meadows stretching far beyond the night. A lonely poet saw his stories written across the sky, while children saw bright dragons dancing where silver fishes glide. The river never showed the future, only what the heart could see. River glass, flowing clear and bright, carrying hidden wonders through the day and night. River glass, singing to the shore, showing every soul a dream they'd never seen before. One summer, a girl named Lenny came searching for the stream. Everyone around her carried dreams, but she saw nothing in between. The water stayed completely empty, reflecting only clouds above. No castles made of crystal light, no visions she could love. She sat beside the river bank until the evening came, wondering why river glass ignored her just the same. Sometimes answers arrive when questions grow quiet. River glass whispered through the breeze, dreams aren't always something found among the willow trees. River glass sparkled soft and slow. Some dreams are still becoming and need more time to grow. That night she watched the fireflies gather near the stream, and realized she spent so long looking for a dream. She forgot to create one of her own. River glass, river glass. River glass, glowing in the moon, reflecting endless possibilities like a gentle tune. River glass, flowing toward the sea, teaching every wandering heart who they might one day be. And when the valley sleeps at night beneath the silver skies, the river glass keeps flowing softly with 1,000 unseen lives. sleeping forest, past the hills of Silverstone. A garden bloomed each midnight, where no seeds had ever grown. The flowers weren't like others, they opened after dark, petals glowing soft and blue like lanterns in the park. Nobody knew who planted them or watered them at night, until a child named Nara followed a drifting light. She found a woman in a cloak, with moonbeams in her hands, carefully tending shining blooms across the quiet land. Some gardens grow from rain, some gardens grow from dreams. Moon gardener, walking through the glow, planting little constellations where lonely flowers grow. Moon gardener, dancing with the breeze, turning silent fields to wonder beneath the silver trees. Each flower held a memory, lost somewhere in the years. A forgotten laugh, a hopeful wish, a dried up trail of tears. The gardener gathered broken dreams, people left behind, then buried them beneath the earth to give them life in time. And every bloom that opened wide released a gentle light, returning hope to weary hearts across the sleeping night. Nothing beautiful is wasted if it's given room to grow. Moon gardener, tending every spark, helping tiny hopes survive inside the dark. Moon gardener, quiet as a song, teaching fragile hearts that healing takes time but carries on. The stars may fade by morning, the flowers may disappear, but the seeds of hope remain, waiting year by returns to the ground. And if you walk through moonlit fields when the night feels blue, you may find a glowing flower, the moon gardener left for you. village where the clouds touched rooftops white. People gathered every autumn to release lanterns into the night. Each lantern held a single wish, written on fragile paper thin. Some wished for distant journeys, some for lost friends to return again. Among them lived a quiet girl named Aya of the hill, who never wrote her wishes down, though everyone else will. Instead she watched the lanterns rise beyond the valley's rim, wondering where they disappeared when the stars grew dim. Some questions follow us further than the road. Sky lantern floating through the blue, carrying hopes and promises nobody else knew. Sky lantern dancing with the breeze, like tiny glowing firebirds above the silver trees. One year curiosity found her, and she followed the lantern trail through hidden cliffs and moonlit forests. Beyond the mountain veil there she discovered a secret meadow, suspended in the sky, where every lantern ever launched still shimmered up high. None had vanished forever, none had been lost at sea. They became little stars of memory for all eternity. The things we send with love never truly disappear. Sky lantern glowing overhead, keeping every hopeful dream that people once had said. Sky lantern shining through the dark, a constellation made of wishes and every human heart. Aya finally wrote one message on a lantern made of gold. May I never lose my wonder, even when I grow old. She watched it climb the heavens, past the clouds above, and felt the sky answer softly with silence full of love. Sky lantern, higher than before, crossing endless fields of starlight toward another shore. Sky lantern, burning clear and bright, teaching every dreamer to trust their inner light. And every autumn villagers still gather by the pine, watching thousands of sky lanterns turn the darkness into shine. stars without a sky, floating through the summer darkness like forgotten lullabies. There was a wooden footbridge near the edge of our hometown, where children carve their names in rails before moving far away somehow. Every evening after dinner, I would walk there by myself, listening to the frogs and crickets like an orchestra somewhere. The water carried moon reflections slowly past the reeds, as if time itself was drifting without worrying about speed. Some places never leave us, even when we leave them. Firefly season, glowing in the grass, lighting up the little things that disappear too fast. Firefly season, dancing through the air like memories returning softly when nobody's aware. One night I found an old tin box buried near an oak tree root. Inside were childhood treasures and a pair of muddy boots, a marble blue as ocean water, a ribbon faded gold, a note that said, "Don't grow up too quickly," written by my younger soul. I laughed beneath starlight, then quietly looked above, realizing growing older doesn't mean giving up wonder. The heart remembers paths the mind forgets. Firefly season, shimmering once more like a secret doorway hidden in a moment I ignored. Firefly season, soft and bittersweet, a reminder that the smallest joys can make a life complete. We spend years chasing distant mountains, bigger dreams, faraway lands, then suddenly discover the things we miss the most were never far, just overlooked. The river keeps flowing. The night keeps glowing. Firefly season, still alive somehow inside every hopeful wish and every silent vow. Firefly season, golden in my eyes like a piece of childhood living under endless summer skies. The fireflies grow fewer as the morning starts to rise, but one remains within my heart and never says goodbye. across the velvet night. Nobody knew her story, or where she came from before. They only saw new constellations appear above their door. Every evening after sunset, she stitched stars one by one. Youth is strands of faded wishes, left behind by everyone. Lost dreams of young musicians, forgotten hopes of kings, tiny prayers from wandering hearts, and broken paper wings. Nothing truly disappears if someone still believes. Star weaver, sowing light through the sky, turning scattered pieces of longing into reasons to fly. Star weaver, working through the dark, leaving glowing maps for dreamers to follow with their hearts. One night a boy from the valley climbed the highest hill alone, searching for a vanished future he thought he'd never own. He carried doubts like heavy stones inside a weathered bag, convinced the road ahead was lost, beyond repair or map. The star weaver smiled softly and handed him a thread. Every future starts as something small, was all she said. The smallest spark can wake a dawn. Star weaver, painting paths above for every soul still searching for a place to love. Star weaver, bright against the blue, showing every lost horizon can become brand new. The stars aren't there to tell us where to go. They're there to remind us, even in darkness, light can grow. Star weaver, shining endlessly across the dreams of strangers and forgotten memories. Star weaver, high above the night, teaching hearts that every ending can become a light. And if you see a shooting star crossing through the blue, perhaps the star weaver just finished stitching something. where the sky touched fields of blue, stood a windmill made of silver stars that only dreamers knew. Every night when darkness settled and the moon climbed slowly high, the mill began its quiet work, turning starlight through the sky. Its wings were carved from crystal glass, its gears from comet stone, grinding tiny bits of radiance into seeds that softly shone. Then the wind would carry them across the sleeping land, planting sparks in hearts that needed hope without them understanding. Some gifts arrive unnoticed, yet change everything. Star mill turning through the night, making little grains of wonder out of scattered light. Star mill spinning in the blue, sending dreams across the world for someone just like you. One year the wind stopped blowing, the mill stood cold and still. No new dreams reached the villages beyond the distant hills. Children stopped imagining, inventors lost their plans, artists left their canvases, and farmers dropped their hands. A boy named Theo noticed the silence in the air, so he climbed toward the star mill to discover what was there. When hope grows quiet, someone must listen. Star mill waiting on the hill, its silver wings unmoving above the valley still. Star mill fading with the dawn, like a song forgetting hope to carry on. Theo found the answer hidden in the gears. The mill wasn't powered by the wind or stars throughout the years. It turned because of wonder, curiosity, and dreams, the very things the world had lost without realizing what they mean. Star mill, star mill turning once again, as children filled the night with questions and dreamers dreamed again. Star mill shining from above, scattering seeds of possibility and endless love. And if you look beyond the clouds on a quiet evening still, you might catch a silver glimmer from the turning star mill. station sign announced it, yet everyone knew when it came around. It appeared beyond the wheat fields, wrapped in silver evening mist, with lanterns glowing from the windows, like stars that couldn't resist. The conductor wore a navy coat and carried no suitcase, only a notebook full of melodies collected from every place. People said the train was special, unlike any other line. It carried forgotten songs away before they disappeared with time. Some melodies are lost before they're ever heard. The train of forgotten songs rolling through the night, gathering abandoned dreams and keeping them alight. The train of forgotten songs, whistling soft and low, carrying hidden treasures only wandering hearts would know. A baker gave a lullaby his grandmother used to sing. A fisherman offered an old tune about the coming spring. A school teacher shared a melody written in her youth, too shy to sing it publicly, though every word was true. One by one, the townsfolk came, leaving pieces of their souls, and somehow every tiny song made the train more whole. What we leave behind can still travel far. The train of forgotten songs, crossing moonlit plains, protecting fragile memories from silence and from rain. The train of forgotten songs, moving through the years, turning ordinary moments into souvenirs. One evening I climbed aboard, curious to see where all those melodies were going and who they used to be. Inside every carriage, music filled the air, thousands of unfinished stories floating everywhere. The train of forgotten songs, shining in the dark, like a moving constellation made of human hearts. The train of forgotten songs, never truly gone, for every dream remembered becomes another song. And sometimes late on Thursdays, when the wind is still and calm, you can hear a distant whistle singing someone else's song. Far beyond the northern valley, past the hills of silver pine, stood a cottage painted turquoise, hidden from the hands of time. People spoke in quiet whispers of a woman dressed in white, who appeared after every storm and vanished with the light. Children called her Rainbow Keeper, though nobody knew her name. They only saw her gathering colors after thunder, after rain, with a basket made of willow and ribbons in her hair. She'd collect the fallen rainbows floating gently through the air. 7 colors, 7 stories, waiting to be found. The keeper of rainbows, walking through the sky, saving little pieces of wonder before they passed us by. The keeper of rainbows, smiling as she'd roam, turning lost and fading colors into something called home. One cold year, the rain stopped coming. Clouds abandoned every field. The river shrank to narrow ribbons, and the earth refused to heal. The village slowly lost its brightness. Flowers no longer grew. Even painted walls looked faded, as if the world forgot its hue. Then one evening near the mountains, a young boy climbed the trail, searching for the Rainbow Keeper beyond the forest veil. Sometimes courage begins with curiosity. The keeper of rainbows, waiting by a stream, surrounded by forgotten colors, glowing like a dream. The keeper of rainbows looked into his eyes and said, "The world grows pale when people stop believing in surprise." She opened up her willow basket, red for kindness, blue for hope, green for second chances, gold for those who lost their road. One by one the colors drifted back into the land, painting life upon the valleys with an unseen hand. The keeper of rainbows vanished with the dawn, but every flower bloomed again, as if she'd never gone. The keeper of rainbows lives inside us all. Every time we choose to see the magic in the small. And after every thunderstorm, when sunlight fills the sky, the children still wave at the rainbow, just in case she's passing by. center of a quiet lake, where the water mirrored stars, people said a secret world existed, hidden beneath the dark. The elders told old stories of a library below, filled with books no one had written, yet somehow seemed to know. Every volume held a future, every page a different fate, shelves stretching like forever behind an ancient silver gate. Most believed it was a legend, just a tale for rainy nights, until a girl named Elara saw strange lantern lights. Curiosity is a key few people choose to use. The library beneath the lake, sleeping under blue, guarding all the unwritten stories, waiting to come true. The library beneath the lake, silent as the moon, holding every possibility like a hidden tomb. One evening she borrowed a rowboat and followed glowing trails across the glassy water, through drifting silver veils. At the deepest point she found it, a staircase made of light, descending through reflections into the heart of night. Below the lake were endless hallways filled with floating books, each one glowing softly like 1,000 fireflies looked. Every choice creates a brand new chapter. The library beneath the lake whispered through the air, your future isn't written yet, it's built by how you care. The library beneath the lake shimmered crystal bright, showing roads she might walk down beneath the liquid light. One book showed a life of riches, one showed fame, one showed power, but the brightest book among them held no title, no grand tower, just simple days shared with kind hearts and meaningful hours. The library beneath the lake taught her something true. The greatest stories aren't discovered, they're created by what you do. The library beneath the lake faded with the dawn, leaving only gentle ripples after it was gone. Now when moonlight paints the water and the evening breeze awakens, some say they see lanterns glowing beneath the sleeping lake again. mountains made of crystal, beyond the reach of birds in flight, a floating city drifted slowly across the endless sky tonight. There lived a maker of the clouds, known by only a few names. Each morning from her silver tower, she shaped the weather's frame. She spun white mist into castles and painted rain with pearl, building roads for wandering breezes around the sleeping world. The rivers below depended on the clouds she'd carefully weave. The forests waited patiently for every drop she'd leave. The sky was her canvas, the wind was her guide. Cloud forge, building dreams above, crafting gentle storms in sunlight with patience and with love. Cloud forge, floating through the blue, creating every silver cloud the morning ever knew. One day a curious sparrow brought alarming news to her. The clouds beyond the eastern sea had started to disappear. Without them fields grew thirsty, the rivers lost their song, and distant villages wondered why the rain had been gone so long. She followed fading vapor trails past horizons unexplored, until she reached a hidden canyon behind a thunder door. Every mystery leaves a trail for brave hearts. Cloud forge, searching through the sky, across forgotten currents where old storms used to fly. Cloud forge, listening to the breeze for answers hidden quietly among the drifting seas. Deep inside the canyon, she found a giant kite made by children years ago, still holding clouds too tight. They had wished to keep the rainbows forever in one place, never knowing beauty fades when it cannot travel space. Cloud forge, set the clouds back free and watch them dance across the world like ships upon a sea. Cloud forge, glowing in the dawn, teaching every heart that beauty must keep moving on. Now whenever clouds are sailing across the sunset hue, the people smile and thank the cloud forge skies above so blue. Morning floated through the valley, wrapped in shades of pearl and gold. Clouds drifted like silent stories, waiting to be told. There lived a painter on a hillside, with brushes made of light. Every dawn she climbed the mountain, before the world grew bright. She painted clouds in different colors, lavender and rose, turning ordinary mornings into magic no one chose. Travelers stopped and stared in wonder at the skies above their heads, never knowing who had painted all those colors overhead. Some artists leave their names, others leave their beauty. Cloud painter, drawing dreams on blue, turning empty skies to canvases, every morning new. Cloud painter, brushing colors high, teaching hearts to look above instead of passing by. One year a heavy fog arrived and covered every view. The mountains disappeared completely, the sky forgot its blue. The village felt much smaller without the painted air. People rushed through every morning, too busy to care. The painter watched in silence, then packed her tools away, believing nobody noticed the colors she would make. But sometimes absence speaks the loudest. Cloud painter, where did all you go? The children asked the morning sky when colors stopped their glow. Cloud painter, please return again. The world feels less enchanting without your gentle hand. So the villagers climbed upward to the hill she'd always known, and thanked her for the beauty she thought she'd made alone. Of pink so bright, cloud painter, floating with the dawn, a reminder that small wonders can help the world move on. And every sunrise since that day, the valley pauses to watch the cloud painter create a sky brand new. On the highest cliff above the sea, where gulls sails drew circles in the air, stood a tower made of driftwood, and a secret hidden there. People called him the Wind Keeper, though few had seen his face. They only knew the breezes changed whenever he left that place. Every wind carried a message from valleys far away, lost laughter from forgotten days, and words people couldn't say. He stored them in glass bottles, lined upon wooden shelves, tiny storms of memory collected by himself. The wind remembers everything, even what we forget. Wind keeper, listening to the sky, catching all the wandering whispers as they drifted by. Wind keeper, guardian of the breeze, keeping little pieces of the world among the trees. Settled across the hills and shore, the leaves stood still for weeks and weeks like never before. No songs reached the meadows, no scents crossed the streams, no kites could climb the heavens, no sails could chase their dreams. A young girl climbed the tower to ask what had gone wrong. She found the keeper worried for the first time all along. The winds are tired, he softly said, from carrying too much alone. Wind keeper opened every jar, releasing years of hidden stories back beneath the stars. Wind keeper, watch them dance away across mountains, rivers, forests, toward a brighter day. To travel wherever their journey calls. Wind keeper, smiling at the dawn as the hills began singing with voices once withdrawn. Wind keeper, standing by the sea, knowing never meant to be kept endlessly. And when a sudden breeze arrives on a quiet afternoon, some say the wind keeper is passing by. humming an old, forgotten tune. Mountain carved by centuries, where the clouds would come to rest. A giant bird of ancient stone slept beneath the west. The people of the valley called it Stonebird of the sky. Its wings stretched farther than the river, its gaze reached mountains high. Legends said it once protected every forest, field, and stream, before a sorrow turned it silent and trapped it in a dream. For 1,000 years it waited, covered by the snow and rain, watching generations come and go without speaking once again. Some hearts fall asleep, not because they're weak, but because they're tired. Played songs of spring rivers, songs of lanterns in the rain, songs of children chasing fireflies across golden plains. The mountain listened quietly, the wind began to sway, and for the first time in centuries, the stonebird moved that day. Music reaches places words cannot. Stonebird opening its eyes, like dawn awakening slowly across forgotten skies. Stonebird rising from the stone, shaking loose 1,000 years of standing all alone. Its sorrow wasn't anger, its silence wasn't fear. It simply missed the songs that once connected every ear. The songs of kindness, the songs of wonder, the songs people forgot. begin to hum a distant tune. Some say the stone bird still is flying beneath the silver moon. Beyond the desert of amber sand, where no river dared to run, there stood a mountain made of gold, known as the House of the Sun. The elders told a legend old of a blacksmith named Arin, who forged the morning's first light inside a hall of wind. Every dawn he shaped the sunlight upon an anvil bright, hammering sparks into the sky to awaken day from night. The heavens glowed because of him, the valleys bloomed below, yet nobody had ever seen the place where sunfires float. Some legends sleep until someone follows them. Sunfires burning in the sky, where golden flames become the dawn and teach the dark to fly. Sunfires shining through the blue, a fire born from courage and a heart forever true. One year the mornings vanished, the world remained in gray. Clouds covered every horizon and stole the light away. A shepherd girl named Sora refused to live in fear. She packed a bag and crossed the dunes to find the forge sincere. Through canyons carved by ancient storms and forests made of stone, she climbed until the mountain peak became her stepping home. The bravest hearts often begin small. Sunforge waiting in the mist, silent as a sleeping giant above the abyss. Sunforge empty and alone, the blacksmith had grown weary, carrying light on his own. So Sora took the hammer and struck the anvil too. One spark became 1,000, painting skies anew. The lesson wasn't power or glory to behold, it was that every light grows stronger when many hands take hold. Sunforge blazing through the dawn, returning warmth and color to a world that thought it gone. before the birds began to sing. A silver mist would cross the meadows like a silent, wandering king. The villager spoke of a traveler who appeared when dawn was near, leaving footprints made of moonlight that vanished year by year. Nobody knew where he came from, nobody knew his name, yet flowers bloomed along his path each time he passed the same. Children searched the hills for answers, old men searched the maps, but every trail they tried to follow faded into gaps. Some mysteries aren't meant to be solved, only followed. Mist walker drifting through the gray, carrying forgotten wonders at the break of day. Mist walker, silent as the sky, leaving little sparks of magic where the wildflowers lie. One spring a baker's daughter named Ellen chased the mist across the sleeping grasslands toward a place that didn't exist. Beyond a ring of cedar trees she found a hidden glen filled with floating crystal feathers and rivers made of wind. There the mist walker stood waiting beside a silver stream, watching tiny fish of starlight swimming through a dream. Why do you wander? The young girl asked. Mist walker smiled but did not speak. He handed her a compass made of branches and leaves. Mist walker pointed toward her chest, showing some adventures life inside us best. The compass had no needle, no north, no south, no west. It only glowed when she moved closer to the things she loved best. Mist walker vanished with the dawn, but the lessons that he carried quietly lived on. Mist walker, somewhere in the blue, still guiding hearts that dare to chase a path nobody knew. And when the morning fog rolls in across the fields of gold, some say the mist walker is near with another story untold. The leaves are falling softly outside my window now. Another season changes without asking how. Your favorite chair is empty, but I still leave it there. Like part of me believes somehow you'll walk back through the air. The piano in the corner still remembers every song, the ones we play on quiet nights when the world felt far and gone. I press the key so carefully, afraid of what they'll say, but every note keeps leading me back to yesterday. Some memories don't fade, they learn to sing. Autumn piano echo through the room, every chord a photograph of moments lost too soon. Autumn piano, soft as evening rain, playing all the words we never said, again and again. Your old guitar beside the wall has gathered dust and time, yet somehow when I touch the strings I hear your voice in mine. The melody feels different now, slower than before, like it's carrying the weight of what we're not anymore. Outside the city rushes on, cars and strangers pass, while inside this little song the years move back so fast. I close my eyes and for a while you're here. Strings of goodbye vibrating in the dark, holding on to fragments of a once familiar heart. Strings of goodbye, gentle and sincere, not asking me to stay behind, just helping me let go of fear. Maybe love doesn't vanish, maybe it transforms into melodies, into memories, into something warm that follows us through every storm. Autumn piano, the last notes slowly fade, like sunlight leaving golden fields at the end of day. Strings of goodbye finally set me free, turning all the pain I carry into harmony. The leaves keep falling softly, the evening settles in, and somewhere between piano and guitar a new chapter begins. Beyond the cliffs of sapphire stone, where daylight never stayed, a silver workshop floated softly inside the Milky Way. The stars spoke of a craftswoman who lived among the moons, forging silver crescents nightly to light the world below. She gathered fallen stardust from the corners of the sky, melting it in crystal crystal furnaces where silent comets glide. Every moon she ever crafted carried different light. Some were made for dreamers, some for sailors in the night. Every glow has a purpose. Every light has a name. Moon forge, burning silver bright, creating little miracles for every sleeping night. Moon forge, high above the blue, shaping hope from stardust for hearts that lost their view. One winter all the moonlight suddenly disappeared. The oceans lost their shimmer and travelers feared. Without the silver lanterns, the world forgot its way. Mountains faded into shadows and forests turned to gray. A young astronomer named Leo built a kite of glass and thread, determined to find the moon forge beyond the clouds ahead. Sometimes the smallest dream can reach the highest place. Moon forge, hidden in the stars, waiting for a helping hand beyond celestial bars. Moon forge, silent and alone, the craftswoman had broken her last silver stone. So Leo shared his kite strings, woven from belief, and together they repaired the forge before the final leave. The brightest things are rarely built by only one. Even moonlight needs more than a sun. Moon forge, shining once again, pouring silver rivers across the hills and glens. Moon forge, glowing through the years, guiding every wandering soul beyond their doubts and fears. And when the moon seems brighter than you've ever seen before, perhaps the moon forge opened its silver gilded door. Before the morning found the valley, before the birds began to sing, a silver mist would cross the meadows like a silent, wandering king. The villager spoke of a traveler who appeared when dawn was near, leaving footprints made of moonlight that vanished year by year. Nobody knew where he came from, nobody knew his name, yet flowers bloomed along his path each time he passed the same. Children searched the hills for answers, old men searched the maps, but every trail they tried to follow faded into gaps. Some mysteries aren't meant to be solved, only followed. Mist Walker drifting through the gray, carrying forgotten wonders at the break of day. Mist Walker, silent as the sky, leaving little sparks of magic where the wildflowers lie. One spring a baker's daughter named Ellen chased the mist across the sleeping grasslands toward a place that didn't exist. Beyond a ring of cedar trees she found a hidden glen filled with floating crystal feathers and rivers made of wind. There the Mist Walker stood waiting beside a silver stream, watching tiny fish of starlight swimming through a dream. Why do you wander? The young girl asked. Mist Walker smiled but did not speak. He handed her a compass made of branches and leaves. Mist Walker pointed toward her chest, showing some adventures life inside us best. The compass had no needle, no north, no south, no west. It only glowed when she moved closer to the things she loved best. Mist Walker vanished with the dawn, but the lessons that he carried quietly lived on. Mist Walker, somewhere in the blue, still guiding hearts that dare to chase a path nobody knew. And when the morning fog rolls in across the fields of gold, some say the Mist Walker is near, with another story untold. On the edge of a quiet harbor, there's a cafe facing west, where the ocean meets the evening and the sky forgets to rest. I found it during winter, while escaping from the rain. The owner knew every customer and greeted them by name. There were postcards on the ceiling from cities far away, messages from passing dreamers who couldn't choose to stay. I ordered tea and watched the ferries disappear beyond wondering where all those people were headed anyway. Some places feel familiar before you've been there long. The lighthouse cafe, where the waves kiss the shore, and every stranger carries stories you've never heard before. The lighthouse cafe, hidden from the crowd, teaching restless hearts to slow down and listen to the sound. Beside the door, filled with unsent postcards from years and years before. Some were written to old lovers, some to friends who moved away. Some were simply notes to futures people hoped they'd meet one day. I picked one up and read softly, "If you're reading this someday, I hope you found the courage to live life your own way. The sea keeps secrets, the wind keeps dreams. Postcards never sent, sleeping in a drawer, full of words that crossed a lifetime without leaving shore. Yet somehow still arrive in the hearts of those who need them, years after goodbye. Maybe not every message needs an address. Maybe some are written just to understand ourselves, like bottles drifting slowly across an endless blue, not knowing where they're going, but traveling true. The lighthouse cafe, glowing in the dusk, like a lantern for the wanderers, learning who to trust. Postcards never sent, floating through the years, carrying forgotten hopes beyond forgotten fears. The ferries vanish with the sunset, the last chairs pulled inside, and somewhere out beyond the harbor, another dream sets sail tonight. Hear the church bell ring, lived a man who fixed old timepieces and broken little things. His daughter spent her afternoons among gears and tiny springs, watching silver hands keep turning inside golden-rimmed machines. She She never cared for riches or the city's brighter side. She preferred the quiet language of the clocks her father mended at night. People came from distant villages with heirlooms worn by years, bringing stories trapped in watches and memories wrapped in tears. Every ticking heartbeat carried someone's past. Clockmaker's daughter, listening through the years to love stories and farewells hidden behind gears. Clockmaker's daughter, learning as she grew that every second matters more than people knew. When on a morning an old sailor placed a pocket watch on the desk, its cover scratched by ocean storms, its chain worn by neglect. Inside was a photograph of a woman dressed in blue. The sailor smiled and softly said, "She waited my whole youth." The watch had stopped at 6:17, many decades gone. The hour they shared their last goodbye before he sailed beyond. Some objects remember what people forget. Clockmaker's daughter, carefully repair the time while hearing pieces of a life between each fragile line. Clockmaker's daughter, holding the watch near, as if she could hear echoes still lingering there. That evening she looked upward at the stars above the town and wondered how many stories were quietly ticking now. Inside train stations, inside kitchen drawers, inside the hearts of strangers behind closed doors. Clockmaker's daughter, years would pass her by, yet she'd keep collecting stories like constellations in the sky. Clockmaker's daughter, smiling as she learned, life isn't measured by the hours, but by what they hold in return. The bells ring through the twilight, the workshop closes slow, and somewhere an old pocket watch begins to move again below. Beyond the edge of the village, where the tall grass touched the sky, a hill stood watching over everything, like a guardian passing by. There was an old kite maker who lived beside the stream, building bright-winged paper birds for every child's dream. Red ones, blue ones, golden ones, each crafted by his hand. Every weekend laughter filled the open field. beside his land. Children ran beneath the sunlight, holding strings with pride, watching tiny colors dance across the afternoon sky. The higher they would fly, the bigger young hearts seemed. The last kite floating through the blue, carrying 1,000 wishes nobody else knew. The last kite dancing with the wind, like a piece of childhood magic that never seemed to end. Then one year the town grew quieter, families moved away, new buildings rose where meadows stood, and seasons changed their way. The kite maker kept on working, though fewer children came, still hanging paper masterpieces along his workshop frame. One evening near the harvest moon, a little girl appeared, holding a broken wooden kite and eyes full of fear. She whispered softly, "Can dreams be fixed too?" The last kite resting in her hands, waiting for another chance to rise above the land. The last kite, fragile but alive, like hope that sometimes stumbles, yet somehow still survives. The old man smiled and told her, the wind never forgets how to carry something upward if it still believes. Together they repaired the kite through most of the night, while stars gathered quietly outside. The last kite rose with morning light, climbing higher than the rooftops into endless white. The last kite sailing free and far, leaving behind a lesson that stays inside the heart. Years later, people still remember the kite above the hill. And whenever dreams feel heavy, they say it's flying still. Grandma kept a wooden radio beside the kitchen wall. Every morning before sunrise, she'd turn it on real low. One summer when I was 13, the rain refused to fall. The rice fields turned from emerald green to colors weak and small. The whole village watched the sky day by day, for clouds that never seemed to know they were needed anyway. Then Grandma smiled one evening and pointed down the road. Sometimes hope arrives disguised, she softly told me so. The wind changed direction, the birds flew home. Something was coming, snow in July. That's what it felt like then. Something impossible appeared when hope was wearing thin. Snow in July, a miracle so small, yet enough to change the way we saw it all. A convoy came from distant towns, bringing seeds and grain. Farmers helping farmers before the harvest came. Nobody asked for payment, nobody asked for praise. They simply shared what they could spare and went along their way. That night the village gathered under lanterns made of light, and every face was shining against the quiet night. Kindness travels farther than any road. Paper lantern sky, floating through the dark, carrying silent wishes like glowing sparks. Paper lantern sky, rising one by one, teaching us the brightest things are shared by everyone. Years have passed since then, the fields are green again, but I still remember not the drought, not the fear, but the people who appeared. Lives inside my heart, a reminder that compassion can rewrite the hardest part. Paper lantern sky still lights up my mind whenever I need proof that good people are easy to find. The old radio is silent now, the kitchen looks the same, and every time I see a lantern rise, I whisper Grandma's name.